My name is Sonia Gonzalez, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my internship. I am currently will be graduating on June 24th and receiving my associate's degree in culinary arts. Part of my curriculum, I had to do a 10-week internship, and I chose to do my internship at one of Rick Bayless's restaurants um, called Choco. Choco is actually one of his, it's like a fast food type restaurant, and it's also connected to his other two fine dining restaurants, which are James Beers Award, which is Frontera and Topolobambo. And I just had the greatest experience I've ever had. All of the stuff that I've learned at school really helped me to get to where am today. And part of that is also receiving the high marks I've gotten from my chefs that I worked with. I worked with two chefs, Chef Will Bravo and Chef Julio. They both taught me a lot, gave me a lot of respect, were very patient with me, and gave me an opportunity to do what I needed to do. It, like I said, it was just the greatest experience I've ever had, and if it wasn't for what I've learned at Kendall and from the instructors of getting us to this point. One of the things that I've learned in Kendall College during our first kitchen class, my instructor was Chef Kang, and he spoke about what it's like to be in a kitchen, and that the kitchens that were in school are not close enough to the size that they are. And he's right. Kitchens are small, and part of that is because you want to make sure that you have enough room for seating, which is where you want your profits to come. And I did work in a kitchen, a prep kitchen. I was a prep cook, and there was three of us, and it was small, lots of ovens around us, and it was got very hot. And that's one of the things Chef Kang spoke to us about was kitchens are going to be very hot, and yes, they were. But we dealt what we had to do. The management was great. They got us make sure we were hydrated. They got us drinks, and did what we had to do. And so every day we were in charge of our, three of us, of getting the meats done for all the different sandwiches that they serve at the restaurant. The main thing we made were short ribs and carnitas, which are it's made out of pork shoulder, and these were part of the meats that are used for the different sandwiches, which are called tortas, that are made at Choco, and plus for the tacos. And also we did different soup base, which are called caldos, is a Spanish word for it. And we did all the work. We cut all the onions that were needed. We did all the sauces that were needed. We did everything that the line cooks needed to get the work done. We cooked the meats. We portioned them out on a daily basis. There were specials during the week, so we prepped for those. Some of them needed special seasoning, so we did that as well. And they really relied on us to make sure that we got what we needed, make sure that we placed the orders that were needed. So I really got a lot of experience. I got a chance to learn how to prep, learn how to deal with what you have, learn to deal with orders, because sometimes we receive outside orders, and learn how to do that as well. Because if you run out of stuff, it's great to have a good rapport with your vendors to make sure that when you need something, you get it. So we really learned, exposed with a lot. One of the coolest things that as prep cooks we did is that we made chocolate on a daily basis. Yes, chocolate. We roasted the cacao beans, and we would roast them first, and then we would grind them in a machine, and then we would put them in another machine that would convert it into chocolate. That chocolate would be used for Choco's hot chocolate, which is, I hear great things about it, and it tastes great. We use it for all the different pastry, because we also have a pastry area for all the three restaurants, and we also use it for the mole, which is used with frontera. So we're in charge of making the chocolate for all that. So that was pretty cool, learning how to see how chocolate comes from the beginning. Um, we also learned how to make different dishes for I learned how to make something called sticky pack, which is used made from pepitas, where like so sort of like a pumpkin seed, but it's called pepita in Spanish. It's in Mexico, and then we made that into um, like um, like a dip sort of, and then you eat it with jicama, and you eat it with cucumbers. That was great. Learning how to make that, and then you put little spices in there, habanero, and different touches. I learned how to make churros. Um, we learned how to make the batter for it, and that's another number one seller there. We also made all the pickled onions, cilantro mayo. So we made our own mayonnaise, and I mean it was just the best experience I've ever had. And one of the perks is that they also let me work on the line as well. They gave me an opportunity to work where I needed, and they were short-handed, so they were very grateful. And I worked the salad bar, I worked the pastries and the churro section, so I learned how to do a little bit of everything. I worked on a lot of orders, and Cinco de Mayo was crazy. Were so we made over 600 churros. Um, Chips also we cooked made from scratch. We have a huge guacamole bar. But Cinco de Mayo was crazy. We broke sales. They broke records on sales. And they said that, we're very grateful. They gave us a pizza party a few weeks later to thank everyone for all their hard work. Everyone works as a team here, and I am very grateful. They was offered a job, but at this time I couldn't accept it. Uh, but they're waiting for me, and as soon as things get better for me, um, I have a job there whenever I need it. That's how much they appreciated the help and saw how much I grew. So it got me with my weaknesses. My weaknesses were knife cuts. Oh, I was cutting like three 50-pound bags of onions on a daily basis. So I really got used to doing that. The potatoes, which were not my friend in culinary school, and also the cucumbers and the zucchinis and the items that were needed. So I really improved a lot on my knife skills. And one of my strengths were cutting meat, and that helped a lot because, like for example, this morning we actually had to prep for a festival in Randolph Street, and we cut 500 pounds of flank steak today, cleaned them and everything. We did it really quickly, and I just can go on and on and on, but this was just a great, awesome experience. And I'm very grateful for Kendall, grateful for Rick Bayless for partnering up with being a great supporter of the school and giving a chance to us. And thank you. Looking forward to my next adventure.